guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I am going to be doing a first impression slash review on the new Jeffree Star x Morphe eyeshadow palette, or Morphe x Jeffree Star eyeshadow palette, whatever you want to call it. So anyways, this is what the palette looks like and this is the inside. Ready? You guys ready? You guys ready? Okay. Whoa, Nelly. I was kind of on the fence about getting this eyeshadow palette, but I decided to pick it up because I wanted to see if something that Jeffree Star collaborates with another brand is similar quality to his eyeshadows. So a lot of people know that Jeffree Star comes out with some amazing products. Very pigmented, very true to color, gorgeous products in general. I was on the fence about this eyeshadow palette because at first, when I first saw it, I was like, kind of boring a little bit. The only thing really that's exciting is the greens and then like the little pops of pink that you have going on, but overall it's just another neutral eyeshadow palette. But then I went to the Morphe store and I saw it in person and I was like, oh my gosh, this eyeshadow palette is gorgeous. And I feel like that's really been the case with a lot of things. Another one that's recently came out is the Jackie Aina x Anastasia eyeshadow palette, which was another one that I was on the fence with. But then I saw it in person and I was like, oh, this is gorgeous. And I also had to try it out because I want to see, because of the fact that she made this for women of color, basically. I mean, of course, anybody can use it, but it's geared towards people with deeper skin complexions because they have hard times making certain eyeshadows work. And I've been in that predicament myself a few times where I can't make a transition shade work for me. It looks ashy or muddy in my crease, so I have to use it as an eyelid shade or something like that. It actually happened to me with one of the Huda Beauty eyeshadow palettes. So anyways, that's besides this. Stay on the lookout because I am going to be doing 3 looks using this eyeshadow palette very soon. I don't know when, but it will happen, so keep an eye out for that. But anyways, we're gonna just jump right in. This is what the eyeshadow looks like. There's 35 eyeshadows, and one of the eyeshadows is a new formula that Morphe came out with, which is a pressed glitter. And pressed glitters have been very popular in the eyeshadow game. I feel like, I don't know who came out with it first, but I know one of the first ones that I tried was, of course, Colourpop, because they launched it in one of their eyeshadow palettes. And I feel like I've been seeing it so much more in different eyeshadows and eyeshadow palettes and whatnot. Glitter is just the way to go, you know. I'm gonna be 75 one day and still wearing glitter on my eyes, and I don't care. My eyebrows are already on, and I finally got them done. Did we check them out? My eyebrow lady was like, girl, what the heck happened? Because this eyebrow right here, y'all can't really see it that well, but in reality, like, I'm missing half of my eyebrow here. This over here is all jacked up. But she did the best that she could, and I feel like she did an amazing job. She always does an awesome job. The only thing that she always does that drives me crazy is that she makes my eyebrows start down here and then go up. If I fill them in that way, they look dumb. I don't like that. I like my eyebrows to look more like symmetrical, like all the same width almost, except for like at the end maybe a little skinnier, but you know, like this is how I like my eyebrows to look. So anyway, starting off with the Angel Eyes eyeshadow primer, and I'm going to go ahead and press it onto my eyelid with my ring finger. So there's that. And guys, I just had to apologize really quick because I noticed in my last few videos that I've been editing how bad the noise from the street is. One, I live like not even a mile away from a fire station, so sirens, that's really common here. Now is off of a main highway, or a main road here that leads off to the highway, so it's very busy over here. And on top of that, the fire station is like right down the street from me. So if you guys hear like car engines, trucks, fire sirens, don't think that I live in a sketchy neighborhood. I don't. It's actually a really nice neighborhood. It's just the fact that the fire station is like right down the street from me, so of course you're gonna hear it every now and then because I live in Florida. Lightning strikes all the time, car accidents, those are just common. Anyways, so now that our eyes are prepped and now that I made that little disclaimer for you guys, so I'm gonna do like a really pretty smoky pink eye because I Have you guys seen the colors here? And maybe incorporate the glitter somehow. So we're gonna start off with the shade Back right here, which is this light pink. Let's see if it shows up on me. And I'm taking that on a Morphe M518. Ooh, okay. So I use the base that I use because it gives me like a white canvas. So I feel like it does a really good job at making really pale colors show up on my eyes. And this color is a lot more intense than I thought it was gonna be. Then going in with my Morphe M433 brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and take this color here called Pink Fleet, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply that into the crease. We're gonna go a little lower with this. Super pigmented. And going back in with the shade called Back and applying that onto the crease again, just to blend everything out. I mean, it's pretty blended, but then I'm going to take some of the shade here called Mogul, taking it on the flat side of that M433 brush and applying that onto my outer corner here. Oh guys, I didn't apply face primer. I totally forgot. I'm going to take the M507 in this shade here called Calabasas. I'm going to start applying that onto my outer V area right in here. And I know that just created a harsh line, but I promise I'm going to fix it. It's more for placement purpose. Going back in with that M433, no additional product. You guys see how that looks blended right here? I know it's like all over my eye, but these blend out so easily. Deepening things up a little more, I'm going to take some of the Hi Dude shade down here, which is this dark brown, and really the only brown in this eyeshadow palette. Taking Hi Dude. I really want to focus this on my outer corner here. I switched brushes because the other one was taking forever. Taking the shade Lynn right here. Applying that on a Sonia Kashuk angled brush. Right on my lower, underneath my brow bone to blend everything together. Now here's where things are about to get really crazy. We're going to go ahead and take some of the shade called Fast Lane right here. Oof, this is pigmented. Do you guys see that? Holy crap. Okay, I went in there twice maybe. Jump in. Let's grab it one time and I'm gonna see what happens on this side. Okay, definitely have more control dipping it in one time. Still insanely pigmented. I went in with way too much black on this side compared to this side. Like, I wanted to build it up to this intensity, but we're gonna have to go back into Pink Fleet, put it on top. Okay, that's looking a little more civilized there. I'm gonna build up that black on the other eye to make it the same intensity. Taking a Luxie Precision Crease brush, it's a number 246. A little bit of the angel eyes. And we're gonna do a half cut crease. And I'm gonna do the other eye really quick and I'll be right back. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and set everything. I'm gonna take a little bit of Dog Mom right here, and I'm gonna take that on JH41. And I'm just gonna mostly apply this here. You know what, I'm gonna take a little bit of Girl. So this is Girl right here. It's not Girl, it's Girl. I put a little Dog Mom here. I have to put a little Dog Mom here too. And put Girl right on top. I'm gonna go ahead and take a clean blending brush and just make sure that the black and the gold blend well into each other. It's not really a clean blending brush, but this was a clean blending brush that got dirty trying to blend out this black. Then I'm going into the M562 brush, little tiny baby blender brush, taking a little bit of Mogul again, and I'm just gonna apply that into the crease. Now I'm gonna take a little tiny bit of Millions, which is the gold glitter. I'm gonna take my finger to apply it. All right, so I went ahead and put the glitter on this eyeball right here. And I'm actually really liking how this look is coming out so far. Like, this is not what I envisioned, but I'm here for it. So I'm just taking my finger, I'm taking my ring finger, taking a little tiny bit of that, and I'm just gonna go ahead and apply it onto the eyelid. So this one, I feel like it has almost a stickier base than the other ones. Like, it almost feels like, I don't know if you guys ever tried the Wet n Wild pressed glitters back in the day. I'll probably insert a little picture of it right here. Those almost had like this petroleum jelly base, which is what I feel like this one has too, but it's just not as bad as the Wet n Wild one. The Wet n Wild ones were like greasy, like they were so gross. This one actually is pretty decent. You just have to, it takes a little bit to build up, so you guys can see, but it is gorgeous. Gorgeous, darling, gorgeous. And then it comes off the finger really easily, and I like it because it doesn't really transfer on the cheeks as much. There is a little tiny bit of it, but it's not that bad. I mean, it's glitter. Glitter gets everywhere. Like the Colourpop one, I'm gonna show you guys. This is what the Colourpop one looks like. And like, it just feels so much drier and chunkier. And this is the Morphe one. Swatch it right here. Colourpop. Morphe. Anyways, so we're gonna go ahead and put on some eyeliner. I'm gonna take some of the Colourpop Ducky. This is a pink eyeliner. We're gonna see how well it does on top of glitter. Okay, so it is not doing that well on top of this glitter. I'm gonna make this eyeliner pretty thick because we're gonna put a black underneath. This wasn't in my original game plan, but I decided to do it because I felt like it. All right, this is the other eye real quick. Okay, and this is what the tip of my eyeliner looks like right now, but it's still coming out pretty pink. You guys can see what my hand looks like when I'm doing my makeup. It looks crazy. So then I'm gonna go ahead and take Kat Von D liquid liner. This is the tattoo liner in the shade Trooper Black, and I'm gonna go right underneath it. That out right there. I feel like that did a better job. I don't even know if you can, oh, you can really. You can kind of see the double liner action. That's how I do the double wing liner. They don't look the same at all, but whatever, we're gonna just go with it. And then usually, like, I didn't prime my eyes, so I'm gonna do this, but my face, so I'm gonna do this. But usually if I prime my face, I'll just clean this up with like concealer or something, or like eye cream. But I'm gonna take a makeup wipe, and what I'm gonna do is take it. Okay, this is really hard to explain, but basically I'm just taking it, cleaning up. These are just the Neutrogena wipes. I don't mind them. I kind of like my Garnier ones a little better, but they just dried out so fast. These, I find they don't dry out as fast. They almost remind me of a MAC wipe by the way that they smell. So now that the eyes are done, I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup, and then I'll be right back to tell you guys my thoughts and show you guys the finished look. All right, guys, so this is the finished look. I am in love with how this look came out. I was not going for this look at all. I was gonna do something a little more like soft, but that's what happens when I do my makeup. I just start adding stuff and doing stuff and whatever. Anyways, just to let you guys know really quick, I did use the shade called Designer Label on my inner corner right here. On my lower lash line, I put on Hi Dude and Honest Truth, and just kind of smoke that out a little bit. I decided not to do lashes because I talked about this in my August boxycharm, that I don't do lashes on a day-to-day basis. I really want the eye look to like really stand out, and I feel like, yeah, eyelashes like kind of complete the look, but at the same time, like, it hides the eyeshadow. Like, you can't see it as well, especially since we did the double liner. I didn't want to hide the fact that I did that. So this is just how I personally would wear this look. I would just wear it just like this and be okay with it. But yeah, anyways, so overall, I am so impressed with this eyeshadow palette, guys. I did not expect it to be this good. And I mean, I love Morphe eyeshadow palettes overall, but I feel like this is probably one of the creamiest Morphe eyeshadow palettes that I have tried to this day. Like, even the Jaclyn Hill original one, that one was really, really good, but this one I just feel like, I don't know, it just felt a little creamier to me. And I don't know if I talked about the price. I don't think I did, but this eyeshadow palette for 35 eyeshadows retails for $35, but you can use an affiliate code and get it for like $31 or something like that. The color selection, it is kind of interesting. One of the things that Jeffree said was that these eyeshadows are not in any of his other collections or in any of his other palettes, which I wish I could say it's true or not, but I only own like 3 of his eyeshadow palettes, the 2 Blue Blood and the Blood Sugar, and then I have the Androgyny palette. Those are the only 3 from Jeffree Star that I have. Would I like to have all of them? Yes, but I don't have that money. Jeffree Star palettes are pretty expensive. I believe that the Blood Sugar, which is this baby right here, I want to say that these retail for $50, something in that price point there. This is what it looks like here, Blood Sugar. And just to show you guys a size comparison, so you guys can see why these 18 shadows are $52 for 18 versus $32.50 for 35 shadows. But let's look at this size comparison here. First of all, one of these eyeshadows is like double the size of these eyeshadows, which is something that has always been true about Jeffree Star eyeshadow palettes, is that his eyeshadows are ginormous. So you get a lot of eyeshadow per pan, and then, you know, you have this luxurious packaging too on top of it all, which I will say that the Jawbreaker palette, I think that one has 24 eyeshadows, and that one is $58, but the size of the pans are double the size of the Morphe eyeshadows. So now I want to obviously he says that there's no like dupe. I feel like I could get a similar look with the Blood Sugar palette if I really wanted to. Like, honestly, like look at these colors compared to the colors here. Like, I don't have the black, but I'm just gonna find similar color. My hand is clean. I finally cleaned it. So I'm taking the shade Cavity right here. This is what Cavity looks like. Then I'm gonna take on my clean finger Self-Made. Swipe it twice as well. So Self-Made is right there. It's a little bit more of a hot pink. Put it right underneath. So right off the bat, one thing I noticed is that the Morphe eyeshadow palettes or eyeshadows almost feel creamier. So I feel like that makes it a lot easier to blend. While the Jeffree ones feel drier. So I feel like they're more like pigmented, but they don't have that. They're not as blendable as the Jeffree Star one. No shade against Jeffree's formula. It's just, I feel like if you have been wanting to try Jeffree Star or anything that he creates, you know, like if you truly believe in what he like comes out with but don't have the money to afford it, I feel like this is a great alternative. Or if you really like the palettes that Jeffree Star comes out with but you're kind of scared of the colors, I feel like this is a really great alternative because of the fact that they're so blendable and so creamy. So I feel like it works a lot easier. While I feel like the Jeffree Star palettes, like they're more for someone who has somewhat of experience when it comes to makeup, just because you have to blend it a little bit more and put a little more effort into it. But overall, I really like this eyeshadow palette a lot. Yes, I do still feel like there are some random shades in here, like the silver and this gray. I didn't even notice this was a gray until yesterday, and I was like, all right, that's kind of weird, but whatever. And then this shade right here is kind of like the shade Welcome. It's a lighter silver. So this is that one. This one is Custom Rims. So you can see there is a little bit of a difference. This one is a little deeper of a silver, while this is more of a white silver. These are super pigmented. I think this is one of my favorite Morphe palettes just in formula alone. When it comes to color story, I don't know if I'll reach for it that often. This is something that another YouTuber that goes by the name Crystal K Beauty said in her review. She said that this palette is full of a lot of transition shades, and I do agree with her on that. Like, this has a bunch of different transition shades within the palette that is great because I feel like it makes it like a wearable eyeshadow palette. But then you also have like your shimmers in here as well, like your little fun pops of color. You have your greens up here, which I think this is really cool. I like the fact that he put like basically a whole green row, because green has been a color that people have really been seeking after. Colourpop finally did their green palette, and I feel like after they did their green palette, it just kind of went downhill from there. Like green wasn't as popular as it was before. Now it's like yellows and oranges and peaches and all that stuff. But anyway, I feel like this is a great eyeshadow palette. I really like it. I don't have anything negative to say about it. Everything blended out so beautifully, so flawlessly. And I feel like it does have that high quality that Jeffree Star does produce. I definitely can see that this eyeshadow palette is Jeffree Star approved, and it's also Michelle approved, just in case if you guys are wondering. So anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy this little video and this my thoughts and my first impressions on this eyeshadow palette. I'm not gonna go too in depth with this because I love it. I think it's great. I highly recommend it. I don't know if it's limited edition or not, but I would definitely pick it up. Like I said, this is great if you always wanted to try Jeffree Star but just don't have the money for it, or just are scared of his eyeshadow palettes because they're so intensely richly pigmented. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and as always, if you guys haven't already subscribed, make sure you guys do hit the subscribe button down below so that way you guys don't miss out on any new videos, as well as the notification bells. And if you guys like this video, give it a big thumbs up so that way I know what videos to make for you guys in the future, and I will see you guys in the next one. Until then,